Welcome back to the end of the world. Another episode of Symphogear where, we've got a flying ancient civilization little city thing. The moon is now much closer, and the Doctor himself is merging with the Nephilim and becoming one with God. Oh, and there's something in the background going on about friends losing themselves and lots of fighting. Still, we're here just to enjoy the music. Ignore everything else that's going on, really. So, if you're excited to see more of Symphogear, you're in the right place. Exactly what Hibiki can actually accomplish, considering that she has been wiped clean of her relic, maybe her just good-natured heart is going to win through. We'll have to see. So strap in, get a drink. Let's begin. Okay, starting off with a nice scene of the frontier and that moon all in one scene and shot. Pretty nice. Now, how long is this farce going to continue? I mean, her silence and a little beep. That wasn't always part of her little armor, was it? I mean, I was about to say they're putting small little emphasis on getting you to notice it without drawing attention, and that's where we're just cut straight to the choker. Actually having a conversation about this now, the reawakening of the soul. She'll do whatever it takes to keep her as she is. How will she feel when she realizes that what she's doing here is actually... That seems a little dangerous. What she's doing here is actually expediting the soul swap. What an interesting little fight. Some extra spider arms and a helicopter. That is a very wide vehicle, by the way. Sending out an actual message. Oh, going everywhere. Okay, is this going to be some grand announcement, though? That's going to change how they look at them? Also, getting them to know now the moon is falling quicker than what is meant to be. And a grand paradigm shift of the world itself. And once again, it's all like Tower of Babel, separating people as much as possible. But how long does she actually have? So is she going to have to include something that would get them to recognize what she's saying? Hot, 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 woo. Now, I would also like to see what all the other people are witnessing here with this transformation sequence. They're not getting the cool angles, but are they also seeing the music paper and whatnot in the background? Let us join our forces. The peoples of the world unite. even those who might have no power. But so many people are always willing to throw themselves into the thick of it, to sacrifice themselves for a victory that they can see. But nice little riff to go along with her running up the stairs. Good thing she did all of that training as well. You'll not get the toy. I mean, it would make it difficult for her to respond in any way to make him look like, yeah, I'm not actually doing anything really against you. Please believe me. Keep up the act, keep the doctor happy. So much belief is put into her. And the fact that, she had almost found a place she could belong to back at the school when she was doing the talent competition thing. You're wasting time. And it's as we expected. It's click, click, boom. If it didn't have some sort of explosive in it to keep her obedient, I'd be shocked. Now, is Sylvester going to notice and attack solely just the choker? And he's enjoying the show at least. Hiding amongst the debris and chaff, I'm guessing. Giving themselves a moment of reprieve. A lot of her attacks just revolve around different forms of motion and vehicles. The one wheel, the helicopter. I mean, what more can you really do with saw blades? I do like how both of their songs combined are intertwining into singing the same song, considering how close they are and what they're fighting for. But when will the reveal come? Do you really want her using that? I don't think the linker was necessary as such, but that's just how bent they are on protecting one another. They'd rather destroy themselves. Ah, okay. So one's going Megazord, and the other a flying scythe broomstick. Color me impressed. Not something I probably would have been able to anticipate. Yeah. Protect the ones that you hold dear, but at what cost? Both on them and the world at large. She is so deep in her despair and wanting to save what she's got. Oh. Her belief was stronger, it seems. There you go. The shield, the reveal. And yet you forced her to go to this extent. Can you stop the fight now? I don't think that she should take that decision. Congratulations. At least it was only the tip. The whole, I want to protect my friend's smile, so I'll kill myself in front of her. I know she's deep in the source and can't really see what she's doing or how she plans to get there, but there should be a limit, right? If your friend itself is going to have her soul removed and replaced by this Finne, how's taking yourself out of the equation going to help? That's why you just need some backup. But also now seeing her break to this extent, if she's wailing in televised in front of the world, well, maybe they needed to help him down some stairs. Success? Can she remove the collar now? You were supposed to take each other down. Did they not have it in writing? I mean, true. The fact that she'd even willingly put on that token knowing what he could have been planning is surprising. Great. Hidden amongst the battle, like we saw him before on the ship, so an explosive disregard of the gear. I mean, so now they're both very vulnerable to the noise itself. Well, is it her turn to shine? How would the noise not, all colourful when a gear user is present? Just a much minimized output and resonance. Chris is going to have to find some new clothes pretty soon, though. The gymnastics and feet blades are still amusing to every time I see it. And through so many bits of training and practice, there's no way they could fall to one another so easily. Only dodge what is necessary. Believe in one another that they won't harm them. Is anyone going to pick up the cane? Very magical school uniform there. Good that it at least had that much power left. Oh, they do have it. Nice. Maybe I missed her picking it up. Good thing that she actually recognized what she was doing or planning. Maybe they could have at least, verbally told each other that she was doing all of it. Well, now you know that's her weakness. She can do anything that she wants. Turn against the world itself and call her senpai? Ah, good. No, it was all just a ploy, wasn't it? But with happy ending here, what's going to be waiting for us with Hibiki? Do you think you'll have Mirie on your side? Even if she does wake, is it going to be her on that side? It is who is lingering and residing within. Without taking over anyone's soul. She had resigned herself to change a little. Willingly letting herself go. I guess there was a change after this first season. I'm not sure why a wound to the mortal flesh is a damage to the soul within, but okay. Looks like the curse of Fine is resolved for another day. You could at least provide some first aid. Apparently Fine, on her way out, healed her as well. Why would she do such a thing? Now you're going to have to spend your lives apologizing for what they tried to pull. But now that they have each other and there's no risk of one of them no longer being themselves, for all of the Doctor's plans to remove the gear users out of his world, it seemed to be a way to rally them against him now. Is that one broadcast as well? will sustain the curse of Belial. He's got something that he wants. Everything else is moot. They're blasting off again. Oh, okay, so as long as he gets rid of everyone in his way, he will be the one to rule over them. Population control under strange measures. Oh well. Who needs mankind if it comprises of him? Really, Hibiki? What a way to announce it. She is not some experiment or fusion. She is purely herself. Crunch. She is resolute. Now, not just taking it straight on, just a few hand wounds. Don't go making such rash decisions. Did she just forcibly take it? It seems as though she doesn't need the relic itself, the power of her heart. Yeah, they could do with some privacy screens if it's being broadcast. You never know who's watching. She is a conglomerate. We've seen her take on and mitigate the effects of others, be the catalyst to impressive. To take it on herself. If Maria couldn't do it, what about her? But we've had a running theme in all of this, having personal sacrifice, giving themselves up. If it protects those around me, it doesn't matter what happens to my body. There's only a few characters which haven't actually had that little arc. But also, having nothing but a wall of text of the credits, blank screen. I guess they're not trying to downplay the situation or take away from it this way. Still, how half-hearted was that self-sacrifice scythe execution thing? If small amount went into her back. Good thing though that the release of Finney's soul could heal a severed spine. And let's not forget that the commander and the manager and whatnot are also on their way, driving their way up. It's good that they are showing this worldwide, having the effects of the concert and what they showed off there now put into a different light, maybe? They may not be fugitives. Well, they will still be fugitives and they'll have to stand some sort of trial at least for what they pulled before, but trying to save the moon itself, a noble cause. Pity about who they teamed up with, though. Kind of drags down their name. But now that all sides have kind of teamed up again, Chris cementing her place by their side, finding the one area that she can actually excel in and call home. No matter how many times she has to pretend play double cross. And with the other two saving their souls from occupation, and also no longer really having too much meaning to keep fighting, apart from maybe Maria on that side. But I don't believe they have much in the way of following the Doctor. So does that mean we're going to have a army of gear users going forward? Definitely better than just Tsubasa by herself. Really swung the needle in the other direction, isn't it? I wonder, though, how it's going to be all solved. Maybe with a massive link of arms and chant amongst themselves. Their songs combined provided the support from those around the world. Mainly because they don't want to be crushed and killed by the moon as well. Something just may be able to be done about it. But also I'm going to be looking at the moon a little more skeptically now. Whether it was put into place millennia ago as an observation deck. What exactly would they want to see? But I'm thoroughly enjoying this season. I'd like to see where it goes. With or without the ever-present fear of no longer being themselves. If you've had Fine who is sacrificing herself, what next? They're going to have to find some other ancient being that knows about it all? I think having it be so forefront in the first season, and now here it was, we know the danger, we know what happens if Fine takes over, but also all of Hibiki's motivations and well wishes and whatnot played through and played a part here to protect one of them and therefore live on. That was a good payoff. It seems even being a hypocrite, Hibiki can affect a few lives. But how much of a sponge can she really be? I guess we have to see in the next episode who or what kind of relic she'll try and take on and use for herself. As long as what she's doing now doesn't, bring back the crystal growth. We'll be waiting for it. If you enjoyed this episode, let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below if I have entertained you. If I haven't, then I don't know why you're still watching. As you really haven't got anything better to do or fell asleep. But if you want to make sure not to miss out on future uploads, consider subscribing to the channel. Every little really does help. Especially since YouTube is doing its best to hinder me. Still, outside of that, if you want to jump onto my Discord or use any of the links down below for any other means that you have, well, feel free to do so. I'm going to go and sing my own song. I wonder what the voice of my heart is actually saying. In fact, it might not be a good idea to listen to it. Still, I hope you enjoyed. Get some rest. I hope to see you for the next one. If you would also like to help save the world, well, you're probably in the wrong place, because we only watch anime here. But if you want to help support the channel instead, consider joining onto my Patreon, because the more of you that help out, the longer we get to do this. And I definitely would have lost my way and given up long ago if it wasn't for the likes of Noku, Sao, Dolchfan, Guado, Kite, Raywin, Wolfie Sensei, and everyone else. Just don't go expecting me to fix up the moon or anything.